Black Widow, is it good? Is it bad? Should you go? Should you not go? We're gonna find that out today. Yo, what's going on, Movie Nation? It's just Jess here. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, guys, Black Widow. I am located in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. Today, we are going to go at AMC Now 12 at 12:30 in IMAX. That's right, guys, in IMAX. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Jess. My YouTube channel, it's just Jess. Here we do movie reviews, giving you the biggest and best reviews of the movies that I release in that time. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video, and stick around to the end of this video. We are going to review it. I am so excited to see Black Widow in IMAX in the theaters the way it was meant to be, guys. But we're actually in front of the theaters. We're gonna leave to the theaters. AMC Now 12. It's 12:30 on a Saturday. Movie Nation, let's talk about the movie. So we finally got Black Widow in theaters, guys. This movie was supposed to be coming out last year, but during the COVID-19 delays, we had to get it pushed back, and we have kind of an origin story for Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow. This is what the fans have been wanting, same for me, ever since they introduced Thor 1, Captain 1, Iron Man 1. It's like, why don't we get a Scarlett Johansson movie? My theory, it's because they waited. They're like, you know what? Female-led superheroes or female-led movies don't get money in the box office. Then they waited until Wonder Woman came out and Black Mamba. So they're like, let's do this. But finally, we got it back, got it in theaters. We went to go watch it in IMAX at AMC. Now I just want to reiterate the IMAX experience. They gave me this, which is like a prelude comment to like, which is awesome, by the way. And AMC, if you're watching, I also got a tin can. We got the Black Widow. I didn't get popcorn, but I wanted this for the collection. You know, it looks cool. Black Widow, let's talk about the movie. So we got 4 characters that we're going to spend the most of our time with. We got Scarlett Johansson reprising her role again as Black Widow / Natasha Romanoff. We got Florence Pugh, which is the little sister to Scarlett Johansson's character, Yelena Belova. We also got the mother, Rachel Weisz, as Melina Vadkovska, Black Widow. She's also Black Widow, and she's gorgeous, by the way. Super sexy. We got David Harbour, which probably steals a lot of the scenes because he's very funny, energetic, charismatic, which in my turn, I thought he did a really nice job as Alexia Sakharov. Black Widow takes place in a weird time period between Civil War and Infinity War. Let's take our minds to the back. Like when they were on the run because they didn't want to sign the Sokovia Accords. Yeah, it shows exactly what she's been up to. The movie opens up with a great backstory when she was a child with her little sister as Leyena, played by Florence. And it talks about this family, quote unquote, trying to leave Ohio or Idaho to try to get to Cuba because they were with the Red Room, but we didn't know that yet. And it was funny too. I don't know if you guys caught this. Like, I didn't know who was Natasha. I didn't know who was Black Widow. But then with the hair with the blue, and I was like, oh, is that her? Because it could have been the younger one. It could have been the younger one. But then I was like, you know what? I don't watch trailers for this, so I probably had no idea. But I really thought how they try to flesh the backstory of when she was younger and everything. And I just want to say the beginning opening sequence, a lot of probably not gonna like it, but I really liked it because it shows like the women being converted into the Red Room, into these assassinations, plus the music. And I didn't know she had a family. Like, I mean, I knew she had a family, but I guess watching this movie now fleshes out that backstory. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the movie. So it jumps to the present where after Civil War, like they're trying to confront her down because she didn't want to sign the Sokovia Accords. She leaves the United States to go to different countries to try to find her sister. So I guess she's trying to grapple with her past, trying to fix up any mistakes and destroy her past and find out information about her family. She does hunt down her sister, and then together they form a plan to try to destroy the Red Room, which is probably secret at this point. So we probably heard about Red Room. We also get introduced to Budapest. Budapest, you know, sometimes her and Hawkeye would talk about it. We get glimpses of that and the intricacies between the characters in these types of situations with her backstory. So I just want to talk about this. It's a Marvel movie first and foremost. So it's action adventure. It's fun. It has a little bit of humor to it, which is awesome. And the fighting sequences, to be honest with you, are not all that like extravagant. I don't even want to say Winter Soldier. It's kind of like that, but they're nothing new. They're amazing. Scarlett Johansson obviously does great with her role and the fighting sequences, but it's nothing new that we haven't already seen. Think about it like this. This origin story was set in a weird time. So this movie fleshes out her backstory. So there's a lot of things that I don't want to talk about because of the spoilers. We've been dying for a movie like this, and like, yeah, the action may not be like what everyone seems or like it's over the top, but it's still a very nice movie, especially if you really like Black Widow's character because it was so like mysterious. This Red Room, Budapest, like where did she originate? Like all these group of Black Widow soldiers, like they must have a family. They must have do something. You hear little glimpses of them talking about the Avengers and her being with the Avengers. So basically anything Marvel related with the other films has correlated to this. So I can see why they pushed it away, because think about it like this. This is kind of like, and I don't want to make comparisons. This is like Captain America 1.5, Iron Man 1.5, or Thor 1.5. The reason why I say that is because it is an origin story. This tackles the real reason behind the deeper meaning of when she died at Endgame. So this gives it a different whole meaning because now we see a different perspective about the movie and why she wanted to die, because there was a lot of things that she didn't do right, and how we get to see that in action. And this movie really talks about that. Red Room, ooh, Red Room. We get to see where it is, how it's operating, what it's doing, and how is it changed now during when she escaped and her daughter escaped. So they trying to kill the Red Room. They trying to kill the evil villain. Taskmaster, I just felt like Taskmaster was severely underdeveloped, underutilized. Like I wish Taskmaster was in more scenes, but it's basically a villain to a next villain. Like there's 2 villains, but Taskmaster really didn't have anything much to do other than copy moves which to be honest with you, I probably the Avengers video game. Have you guys ever played that? Yes, I know there's a lot of controversies between that, but I play like some of the demos and some of the campaign. You get more information about Taskmaster in the games itself than the movie. It's like I feel like Taskmaster didn't get the story fleshed out for Taskmaster. I don't want to keep saying Taskmaster in that way. Like I just felt like Taskmaster was underutilized, underdeveloped. Like I wish Taskmaster was in more scenes. Action and sequences, they were fine, but like the villain was okay. But to me, what most ingredient was the story behind the family. There's one scene in particular when their house, when they're older now. And by the way, I just want to say Melina, Florence Pugh are so gorgeous. Like, oh, they're sexy. Sorry guys, I had to say that because I'm a guy. But anyway, yeah, they're gorgeous. But anyway, they're on the scene with David and all four of them. And she's like, and this really hits a little bit different to everybody else, but the reason why I'm saying it in my reviews because my family's a little bit messed up. So when she says, it felt real to me, like it was so emotional. And that whole scene, that whole dynamic with the whole family after years have gone by is really what centers the story, at least for me. Like having a Black Widow movie, yes, it's great action and humor, but to me, what really engrossed it was the family and the characters and the connections and the relationship that these characters have with each other, because it starts the movie off when they were together and then things happen and then she obviously becomes an Avenger and she comes back to deal with her past to try to destroy it and fulfill her destiny or whatever she wants to do, which is destroy the Red Room. Because let's face it, like now we know how brutal and distraught and how life-taking this thing whole was for her. Like they basically still stole her from childhood, but basically the dynamic between the characters is what really pushes the forward movie for me, at least I feel like that. I mean, yeah, it did give us a lot, some of the relationship, but it's like, damn, it could have been more like emotional, more heartbreaking, which I know a lot of people are not gonna want to, but I personally like it. Even seeing a different take on Scarlett Johansson's character as Black Widow is really awesome and very breathtaking, because the family dynamic, it's like, wow, like we only ever seen her with like Avengers, but now she's actually learning to live with herself, and that's awesome because we didn't know she had another family or the connections that she had, and it's very heartbreaking to see that. Like it really is heartbreaking, but it was still awesome. This obviously ties into other Marvel movies, but it's so weird because we already know how she dies, and it has a different meaning now because of this movie. But like, damn, it just sucks that they made this movie now. I mean, I'm glad that they did, but it's like, wow, like, and it makes sense too because it would be different. I mean, if she was original backstory like with Red Room, but it's nice to see that we obviously know where she's going, and like at the end you'll see why this like goes right up to Infinity War, because it's just so like, I don't want to ruin it for you, and then stick around to the end credits, because if you watch Captain and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, there's a reason why they wanted this movie to come out first. But it actually makes sense because that end secret character, I don't really want to like reveal too much, and ties into the show. So if you haven't seen it, don't like, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But to be honest with you, Scarlett Johansson kills it as Black Widow again, and with the additions of Florence Pugh and Rachel and David, they just make the whole dynamic of this family in this cast for Black Widow's origin story breathtaking experience. If this is your first time in the theater, I recommend you because that is awesome. I watched it in IMAX, which was great. I didn't want to watch it at home in Disney freaking Plus or whatever. Like that's not me. I watched it in IMAX. Like, and obviously I took you guys on the ride for it. But it does tie into other movies, and I just can't wait to see where the series goes from here. It really sucks that we already know she dies at the end, but hopefully they can make a Black Widow 2. I know the director said he could make a Black Widow 2. Like that's not out of the realm of possibility. But just where will we see next? Maybe between Infinity War and Endgame, because that'd be very cool. Maybe her original backstory. But anyway, guys, finally we get a Scarlett Johansson's origin story for Black Widow, and with the addition of her other family, which I'm not going to talk too much because I don't want to like ruin it for you guys. I really thought it was a great addition, plus the relationships and the dynamic. Like we already know action, fun, comedy. We already know it's going to be there, which it is. But tackling Natasha's characters, because she's so secretive in Avengers. Like remember Endgame when Tony's like, do we know she had family? Chris is like, yeah, us. And it's like breathtaking to see this all fleshed out. One of the funniest moments in this movie was when it's Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson, they're talking about her pose. She's like, you whip your hair, it's like the world is looking at you. Like I thought that was really awesome. I'm trying to do it now, but it didn't work out. Black Widow, I'm gonna say this is a great movie. I'm not coming at this with a critic. Yeah, it's a female-led movie, but I thought this was a great movie. I know a lot of people are probably not gonna like it, and this might be your first time in theaters, which is awesome. All right, guys, that's gonna be everything for me today. Hope you have a great day, and let me know if you ever need anything. If you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm gonna drop a new video a week until I can make YouTube my full-time career. And I appreciate you so much, and take care. All right, guys, peace.